Hello everybody, welcome to Destiny of Cards. Today we are doing a deck profile of the new drum deck. Yes, it's a drum deck. This is not a Crimson deck, or this is not a Crimson Battle drum deck. This is a new drum deck that's based on the latest promo that's available from Buddyfight for the English version. Okay, this deck type, the drum deck, is actually a popular deck in Japan, but this is could be one of the first video that you can see in the English format of the drum deck. So this is the flag and this is the body. Our body here is Crimson Battle Drum Bunko Dragon. We'll talk about the monster first. First, with the size 3. We run 4 copies of Infernal Armor Dragon. So Infernal Armor Dragon is a size 3 monster with 7000 power and 7000 defense with 3 critical. Its core cost is, by paying 2 gauge, you can put the top 2 cards into this card's soul. Okay, so its effect is when a card is entered the soul by this card effect, right? If there's one of them is Armor Dragon, you can destroy one of your opponent's monster on his field. Okay, the activate effect, which is the main phrase effect, is discarding 2 cards from this card's soul and destroy a monster. So basically, this card can destroy 2. If your soul charge is from the top of that is actually consists of 1 Armor Dragon, you can actually destroy 1 already. So after that, during your main phase, you can destroy another one. Yeah. So this is the size 3 monster that we run. Next, size 3 monster we're running here is 4 copies of Sky Blue Dragon Crystal Sable. Okay, this is a size 3 monster with 6000 power and 6000 defense and having a critical of 3. So the core cost of this card is, by paying 2 gauge, put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. Okay, so the ability of this card is, the 2 keywords here is move and soul guard. So yeah, so since you put the top card of the deck into this card soul, so meaning there's a 1 soul guard available for this card. Okay, so you also have move, and having a 3 critical is quite crucial in this deck because a drum deck is quite a big down deck too. But this is like a defense mechanism of the deck, having a mover available. Next, we move on to the drums. Okay, so we run 4 copies of Super Armor Dragon Drum Breaker Dragon. So this is the evolution form of Drum Bunko Dragon. Here is a size 2 with 7000 power, 3 critical and 5000 defense. Okay, so this card have core cost will be, by paying 1 gauge, put this card on top of a card with drum is name. So basically it's like jackknife, but this is a drum version. So this one of the first kind of the drum cards that require you to do so. So yeah, so you just place on top. So if let's say you place on top a Drum Bunko Dragon or Crimson Battle Drum Bunko Dragon, they already have a soul in it. You just place on top of them, meaning that Drum Breaker Dragon will have 2 soul guard, because 1 from Drum Bunko Dragon itself and 1 from Drum Bunko's soul itself, which is become Drum Breaker's Dragon's soul. So the next, the main effect of this card is move. Okay, so you can move during your main phase. So it's not just a move at the start of a battle phase, but move during your main phase, so that you can allow your size 0 to be in center after you guard it with your move ability during your opponent's battle phase. So the 3 keywords here is move, penetrate, and soul guard. Okay, so it's a 3 critical penetrate unit for this deck. So it's quite a painful deck. Yeah, so having 7000 power, it can reach almost most of the meta cards in this game. Yeah, however, you have a low defense here, 5000, do take note of that. So you have the same defense power as Drum Bunko Dragon, with same critical. Next, size 2, which is our body monster here. Crimson Battle Drum Bunko Dragon. So we're running 4 copies of it. You have a power of 5000, which is the usual Drum Bunko's power stats, with 3 critical, and the defense here is different, which is having a 2000 defense. Why is it so? Okay, so the core cost is basically same as Drum Bungo Dragon by paying 1 gauge and putting a top card out of the deck into this card soul. Okay, so what made this card so different from Drum Bungo Dragon? Basically, this part is the same. So putting a top card, the core cost is the same. You have a soul card is also the same. But what made it so special is the bonus effect. So if the bonus effect is if you're equipped with a card with Fist in its name, you gain Penetrate. So this card, early game, if your opponent have some defense on his center of the field, yeah, you have Penetrate, there goes 3 crit. Yeah, so it's 3 crit, Penetrate unit. So yeah, 4 copies. Next, we'll skip the size 1 first. We'll go to the size 0. Okay, Bombering Dragon. Okay, so it's a size 0 with 2000 power, 2000 defense, and 1 critical. So it's a unit that actually attack and return back to the hand. So at the end of the battle, this card attack, return this card to the hand. So whether attack go through or not, after its battle, it's still on the field. If it's not destroyed by any card effect, yeah, you can return it back to your hand. So we run 4 copies of it. Okay, so now it's the key new card of the deck. We run 4 copies of Super Deformed Dragon, which is in Japan they call it as SD Drum, which is also SD stands for Super Deformed. Okay, so it's a size 1 monster with 2000 power, 2000 defense, and 1 critical power. Okay, so the effect of this card is by paying 1 gauge, you can activate the effect. So if you do pay this 1 gauge, you can choose a card with drum its name from your drop zone, put it on top of this card by paying the card's core cost. So basically, if you, let's say you put Crimson Battle Drum Bungo Dragon on top of Super Deformed, you pay its cost. So it's meaning you pay 1, you pay the second one from him, and you put a top card into this card soul. So meaning Crimson Battle Drum Bungo Dragon have now 2 souls in his soul. So you can do same likewise. If you want, you do 1 power, you can call Super Armor Dragon Drum Precal Dragon on top of him, and you still have 1 soul too. So either way, it's a very important card. It's like monster recovery unit. Yeah, so this card is more or less like a spell card, yet it's still a monster. Yeah, it's a size 1 monster. Okay, so this the new promo. Okay, so we run 4 copies of it. Next, we will go into spells. We run 4 copies of Green Dragon Shield and 4 copies of Blue Dragon Shield. So these 2 shields basically is a spell card that is a counter spell that allow you to nullify the attack when your opponent's attacking you during his turn, meaning either you or your monster. And you don't have a monster in the center, you can cast this card, either one of them, and nullify the attack. So for Green Dragon Shield, you gain 1 life. For Blue Dragon Shield, you gain 1 gauge. 4 copies each. Next, we run 4 copies of Drago Bond. So we have 2 units that can move here. One is Crystal Sable and one is Drum Precal Dragon. So yeah, still is the same Thunder Knight mechanism here. So Drago Bond is a crucial card here. So gaining 2 life when a monster on your field is going to be destroyed this turn. Gain 2 life, and the card is not will not prevent it from leaving the field. Okay, so destroyed is the keyword, not bounce back. So magical goodbye still work even though you cast Drago Bond. Okay, so the only condition here is your center must be open. Okay, so at the start of your move, you can actually cast this, then yeah, you move your unit. So yeah, your unit that's moving will gain Drago Bond. Next, we run 2 copies of Dragon Barrier. Dragon Barrier is a spell card similar to Drago Bond, but it's considered a better version because it's a counter spell, work only for size 2 or greater monster on your field that will be destroyed. So that card remain on the field. So same as Drago Bond, but you don't gain 2 life, but it only work for size 2 or greater. So yeah, so you protect all your drums and your size 3 monsters. Okay, so 2 copies of it. Next, we run 2 copies of Drago Defense here. Where Drago Defense is when a monster is being attacked, it gains 4000 defense and counter attack. Okay, so other than Drum Breaker Dragon, most of the cards here that is attackers wise, like your Drum Breaker, your Crystal Sable, or your Infernal, they have 5,000, 6,000, and 7,000 defense respectively. So gaining 4,000, meaning you become like, let's say 9,000, 10,000, or 11,000 respectively. So yeah, you can gain, and you gain counter attack. So it's quite a very good destruction card, especially when they are attacking those mentioned monsters. So we run 2 copies of it. Next, we run 2 Dragonic Grimroll. Dragonic Grimroll is a card that allows you to draw 3 cards by discarding your whole hand if you have 5 life or less. Okay, so but you only can cast 1 Dragonic Grimroll per turn. Okay, so it's a drawing mechanism, especially when your life is at low. Okay, next we'll go into the items. We run 4 copies of Battle Spirit Feast Drago Soul. Okay, so this card is one of the feast card that come with the structure deck, the 100 structure deck. Okay, so this card is basically a vanilla equipment having 3,000 power, but there's only 2 critical. So it's unlike from the expansion one, which you pay 1 gauge with 3 crit. This is only a 2 crit free cost. Reason we need to this deck run quite high on gauge if you do not gain gauge like quite often. So this card actually save your gauge. It's a free cost, and your Drum Breaker Dragon freely gain 1 critical. Why not? Yeah, so freely gain 1 penetrate. Why not, right? Yeah, so it's a good weapon here in this deck. Yeah, you can change this weapon to any other feast if you like, but my preference is Drago Soul. Okay, so next is Sunfist Sunshine Impact, which is an infinite attack. Because my body here is Drum Breaker Dragon, so I can have infinite attack penetrate if I need to. Yeah, why this one instead of Drum Breaker Dragon? Because Drum Breaker Dragon is you need to ride on top of drum, but whereas Drum Bunker Dragon Crimson Battle, yeah, I just can call it and I can infinite attack with Sunfist Sunshine Impact. Okay, so Sunshine Impact is 6,000 power, 2 crit. By paying 1 gauge, you link attack with your body monster, the attack becomes infinite. So yeah, infinity attack penetrate, quite painful. Lastly, we run 2 copies of Dragonblade Drum Sword. So basically this card is also a 6,000 power weapon with 2 critical. But so the equip cost is pay 1 life. So if you do not have a drum monster on your field, right, you pay another life. So it's 2 life. For no drum, 1 life, there's drum. Okay, so that's the equip cost. So the effect here is if a monster on your field is returned to your hand or your deck, right, you gain critical +1. So this effect can only be used once, activate once per turn. So meaning the combo here is Boomerang Dragon attack, Boomerang Dragon return. This card become a 3 critical weapon, 3 crit weapon. So yeah, it's quite a pressuring card, especially if you have a Boomerang combo here. So almost most of the card here is having 3 critical here. So it's quite a painful rush deck for drum. Yeah, so we hope that you enjoy today's deck profile, and we hope that you get to find this card and to build your own version of the drum deck. Thank you. Please like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. Thank you.